Yo, it's the Daily Huddle, yeah, you know the name. Three stooges in the booth, bringing ruckus, bringing fame. Every weekday at noon, you know we bring that fire. Rob, Bill, and Ken in the squad, that's our empire. Yo, Rob's the fact checker, keeping it real. Dropping knowledge on the daily, that's the deal. Bill's ready to roast, got the rival in his sight. When he steps to the mic, you know he's ready to ignite. Ken spitting facts, man, he's sharp as a knife. Throwing hard truth bombs, this is real podcast life. John Dorn in the mix, he's like, fuck the Lions. Bringing all the heat, likes to see the anger rising. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your mind. Eric brings the rants, off the chain like a beast, letting loose his thoughts, they just never cease. In the studio we gather like a family affair. Podcast kings, yeah, we rise and declare. Roasting rival fools, we setting the tone. The Three Stooges take your fears and turn them to stone. Facts over fiction, we keep it 100. Tearing down the myths while the laughs keep coming. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up, everybody?
Fuck the Lions.
And welcome to the Daily Huddle. On that note, fuck the Lions.
Hey, nice start out there.
I know, John. That was the start.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, Dorn.
What's up, A-Dub?
Beautiful.
What's up, A-Dub?
What's
How's it
good,
going,
people?
bud?
What's up?
What?
Yeah.
I guess, is there any new news to talk about? Anybody sign? I thought I saw some.
Well, yeah,
sign-
the Packers are predicted to win 13 games this year. That's a big news.
You hear that? 13.
We extended our dates.
Eric said about 14 games, but I'm going to go with the pros and say 13.
Yeah, my pick was 13. I'm sticking to it.
John Dorn said they weren't even losing a game.
No,
Yeah,
we're going 20-0, man.
You can't see anybody that's even going to
20-0. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's going straight through it.
No, I predicted 12. I predicted 12 wins, really.
That's about where I feel comfortable at, too, is about 12.
Yeah, he says, thank you, John. You made his day, bro. I mean, Brent, John tries to help everyone in his fan club.
Yeah.
He hopes you all have a good day.
Gotta have faith in your team, man.
Yeah.
And that's your Lions, you know. You're at the kiddie table yet.
I mean, bro, they're just over faithful, I think, you know. What's up, Jeremy? Go Pack, go. How's it going, bud? I mean, I swear I saw someone else sign. Oh, who got it? Oh, Greenlaw, right? Or linebacker from the 49ers?
Yeah. I think
He with the Broncos now.
No, not Greenlaw. Then it's the other guy.
Fred Warner.
Oh, Fred Warner. Yeah.
Yeah. He signed an extension. He
And
made
then,
him a linebacker.
Lions signed their over draft picked wide receiver, that Isaac whatever.
Oh,
They-
Tesla.
Tesla.
John,
Yeah, they spent like 3 fucking threes for some bum, I guess. You know, and they just signed him, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wide receivers, how do you guys feel about the case of Matthew Golden being the highest paid receiver in our receiving corps while just a rookie?
Love it.
Yeah, he's higher than the whole damn room.
Yeah, that is pretty wild when you think about it like that.
Yeah, the guy's only making about up to $5 million, and he's just a rookie, and that's more than what anyone else is making in that receiving room.
Yeah. That's shocking that our that's because he's a first round rookie, right? So that puts him in a higher category. And that's just insane how he's getting more than what, all our room pretty much.
Yeah. So far, nobody, as I recall, nobody else in the receiving room is getting paid more than $4 million right now, being on rookie deals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, that's how young this team is, man. You know, especially in the wide receiver room.
Well, if they want to raise, they better ball out this year. That's all I'm going to say. All out.
Yeah,
All out.
especially the two that are in their final year, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to show it. They're gonna have to show it this year just for the sake of getting an extension.
I know. I heard we're trading Dobbs towards Trey Hendrickson.
I seen that too. I was just about to say that. What's up, Tri-State Nick?
Yeah.
He dropped the link in the chat, Bill. He might hop on. Nick's a good dude. He might hop on.
That's actually a good thing for us, though. We ain't got to worry about an expensive receiver right now.
I was getting ready to say, do you guys think you have all your moves done, or you think Green Bay is looking for more moves to make?
It had to make sense for us to make a move, I think. It had to make sense.
All right.
Like maybe a TJ Watt, maybe, do a trade with that.
Maybe a John Dorn.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we can have
I've
two
been hearing TJ Watt's on the market. For some damn reason, Pittsburgh's got him on the market. So if you guys could pull him in, that would be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nasty for your fucking team. Like, damn.
I'm glad. What's going on, fellas? I'm glad y'all went live because I wanted to come in and talk about that Dobbs to Hendrickson thing.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, the more it kind of makes sense why you guys may have drafted Matthew Golden and Savion Williams, because maybe Green Bay is looking at it like Dobbs could be expendable now. Because even if you trade him, you get your elite pass rusher. You still have Golden, you still have Reed, you still have Wicks, you got Savion Williams, Bo Melton. So it's like maybe. So when I thought about it, I was like, kind of makes sense.
Well, you got to think about this. When Green Bay has their story about addressing a certain room, they're gonna double dip. Like it wasn't just a question of what happens to Romeo Dobbs. It's Christian Watson. I mentioned, both players are in the middle of a proven year. Both of them have been accustomed to injuries throughout the time they've been here.
Hey, Eric, grab me a Coke, bud.
I mean, even while they may have been hurt.
Give me a blowjob and give me the smile. Okay, you can give him the Coke, but you got to give me the smile.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Glenn.
And I'm gonna say, even while they may have been hurt.
Hide your white claws. Hide your white claws. Chad's here.
We got a Chad in the building.
He said, "Hide your white claw."
This looks like the intro to the Brady Bunch. We're only missing one.
What?
I love it. I love it.
This looks like the intro to the Brady
That was
Bunch.
good.
Take it back to North.
What's up?
You guys got a good chance at it.
Yeah.
You got a good chance at it. I mean, the only team I see stopping you would be Detroit.
Nah, they're too easy.
I don't even think the Lions.
The window's closed. They're shut.
You think it's already closed that easy?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, now that everybody's healthy for the Liam McNeil. I don't know. That's what I love about John Dorn, man.
McNeil, what is he ever fucking healthy, dude? What the fuck has he done? What has Levi done? What has Levi done?
A top 5 deep tackle, and he's only better than Pete
whatever, dude.
I mean, we all start out healthy every year, bro, and by the end of the season, usually you're not. So I mean,
yeah, I don't see a Liam until sometime in November. That's why we drafted a D tackle. We drafted Williams with 28.
I mean, I think all the teams address their needs. I think we address needs. Everybody address needs.
All right, whoever did that,
I mean,
but do not say bear down.
And let's be honest here, nobody in this division is going to say they had a bad draft anywhere.
I don't think they did, though.
Nobody did.
No,
I don't really think they did.
I think everyone in the NFC North actually had a pretty solid draft. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually very fair to say.
I mean, I seen that. I know you guys seen an article where the Bears got the only A+. I don't know if that's true. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, they needed a lot more than most any other team. I mean, other than the Patriots, I think. Fuck.
What do you think?
I think the Patriots had a nice draft too. If you really look at it, I think the Patriots had a real nice draft.
The Patriots had a great offseason in general. They had a great free agency and draft,
I mean,
man. They hit on both, in my opinion.
Yeah, Patriots have been kicking ass this
Yeah, they've been
offseason.
kicking ass for real this offseason.
Well, how many wins is that going to amount to, though? To be honest,
I think they're going to be right up there in the wild card race.
I think they'll be in the hunt, dude. I really think they'll be. Maybe they won't be in the wild card, but around week 15, 16, 17, when they show the teams that are in the hunt, they'll be there.
Oh, man,
They'll be in there, flirting in there.
Let me ask you guys this:
Looking
do you guys think now that the Lions lost both their coordinators, are they going to take a step back, or are they going to stay the
Yeah.
same?
Naturally,
Yeah.
absolutely,
They're gonna
naturally.
take a huge
A lot of
step
these
back.
Lion fans beg to differ. They think they're still going to be,
Well,
dogs.
I
Well,
mean,
we'll
they
see.
can take
The
it
time will
all they
tell.
want, but they're gonna watch it.
I think it's going to take at least half the season to gel. You know what I mean? At least a quarter. You know what I mean?
It's gonna at least take the first
Yeah.
month.
I
Mhm.
think the Lions'
Well-
step back is going to be the schedule. It's so freaking brutal. I mean, I see 11,
Yeah.
12 wins at the very most possible for the Lions. And
Well,
I was
me
at
and
like
Ben
8 or
might
9 by
go
looking at the Lions' schedule.
Oh,
I got them as a 9-win team this year.
Me
So I
too.
got him about 9 wins too.
I have
Hey,
them as a
Chad, where do you
9-win
got
team.
Chad? Where do you got your
Well-
Bears being this year? Think they'll finally break 10 wins or
And
what?
another thing too, you got to figure they're going to be doing some shopping around on that.
I think the
offensive
Bears
line,
are going to be
too.
a 10. I got the Lions as a 9-win team, the Bears as a 10-win team, and the Packers as a 12-win team, taking the division.
I like
I
this
got-
guy,
I
Nick.
got
I
the
like this
Bears
guy.
at 8 or 9.
Good people.
The too much continuity with the Packers when you add in the age, like they're already the youngest team and they've been growing together for 2 years. So just naturally, it's
It's
going
the
to
third
get
year.
better. And you have you have stability, continuity, and you have elite talent. You have all three.
Chad, you taking notes, buddy?
I think 8 or 9 wins for the Bears.
Oh, that's cool. That's about reasonable.
7-8 for the Vikings because of the big question mark. As good as the Vikings are, as talented as they are, nobody knows what JJ is, and
Never
Right.
played a snap in the
5
NFL.
years. You know, so hey,
He's
the
played
Vikings.
as much football in the NFL as John Dorn has. Right,
Yeah.
Dorn?
Hey, now.
You haven't played a snap, have you?
I got Bears at 7, man. I can't even give him past 7, dude. I
Yeah.
can't. Caleb sucks. He's
Well-
horrible, man. He is.
Hey, I said 7 wins would be a massive improvement for the Bears. Like, I
Yeah.
could see them making a jump, but not
Yeah.
enough for me to call them a playoff team. And what I was gonna say about the Lions, sure they could take a step back because of the growing pains that comes with new coordinators and new assistant coaches being brought into your staff, but they still got the talent to be competitive and be a good team.
Well, I got them sweeping the Lions. You know, and then losing. And they're going to get swept by the Vikings, and the Packers are going to sweep them. So they'll go 2-4 in the division, sweeping the Lions.
I got the Packers at 10 to 12 wins, man. I really do.
I do too.
The division is going to be the Lions and the Packers. There's no.
Yeah, I got that too.
Well, what's the question with Aiden Hutchinson? Is he going to be ready to start the
Oh, man,
season?
They
he's
say he
ready.
is.
Yeah, he's ready. Fully ready. You should see
Right.
him working out.
Yeah, he's got a
That's the
limp
thing.
to
I
him.
saw him working out. He
Yeah.
looked kind of hobbly.
He looks slow off the line, everything.
Yeah, he does kind of look a little slower,
But-
but you know, we'll see. When pads get put on, things change with some players.
Nobody
He's
ever
drinking that blue Kool-Aid.
fast. He's just got moves. You don't have to be fast to sack the quarterback. You just have
That's
to get
true. That's true. But also Aleem McNeil, who you pointed out earlier too, didn't he tear his ACL late in the season?
Yeah,
So
he's
that's
not be
2
back
holes
till
in their D
November,
line.
man.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah,
gonna be back till November.
yeah.
That's
He's gonna
why
be a while.
Yeah, that's why we drafted Williams with 28.
Mm-hmm.
Williams, which
And-
Williams?
I can't pronounce his name. Williams, the D tackle at 28.
From Ohio State.
Oh, Tyleek,
Yeah.
Tyleek Williams.
Tyleek,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Tyreek,
okay.
Tyleek, yeah.
Tyleek. Yeah, that's a big boy right there. He's a big man. He is a big man. That's a good pickup.
And let's
Still
be
got
clear
Jack
about
Campbell,
the
but
offense.
you know, without who are the
Speak-
coordinators in Detroit now?
We moved up Calvin Shepard from linebacker coach to defensive coordinator, who played for the Lions, and he's been with the organization since Dan Campbell. And
Okay.
then we brought back a familiar face in John Morton, who OC'd under in Seattle. Who's the coach in Seattle? Okay.
In Seattle, that's Mike McDonald now.
No, Denver. He OC'd
Oh, so
in
he's with Sean Payton.
He was
Yeah,
with
okay,
Peyton. Yeah,
okay.
he was with Peyton, and he's been with the Lions before, and he's from the area, so familiar face, has some experience. We'll see what he
What's up,
does.
Johnny? Where'd that go?
Those great coach disciples, I feel like are coin flips. Like they could either be a big hit or a big miss. So I mean, yeah, time will tell, I guess.
You
Yeah,
don't
they're
even
gonna
know
be a
if
big
Andy
man.
Campbell
Johnson's
isn't
going to be the
afraid to
head
fire a
coach.
friend it before.
Because all the Andy Reid disciples have sucked, and so all the Bill Belichick disciples sucked when they tried becoming head coaches. Romeo Cornell stunk. Charlie Weiss stunk. Mangini wasn't that good. Josh McDaniel wasn't that good as a head coach. So it's like it could really go one way or the other.
I
Yeah.
I want to say John Morton was coaching with Dan Campbell. It was either in Miami or New Orleans. I'm not for sure.
Can I bring up one more thing about the Packers? When we talk about coaching trees, how about that Mike Holmgren coaching tree? Andy Reid,
Yeah.
John Gruden, Steve Mariucci. I think I'm forgetting one more, but all three of those guys went into the NFL and became great head coaches.
Well, it's one thing about the Packers. We're like a factory, NFL factory. A lot of GMs came from the Packers. A lot of great quarterbacks came from the Packers. Fucking
Yeah, no
everything.
quarterback.
Bro,
that went
looking back,
anywhere
that's one of
else
the best
worth a
coaching
shit,
staffs
John.
ever.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Green
three
Bay
Super
doesn't
Bowl
give
winning
up
head
for good quarterbacks.
coaches.
Dude, one of our old quarterbacks were fucking is actually one of your coaches, man. For now, your quarterback coach. He was on our roster for a while, way back in the day. Where do you think he started his career? You know how many fucking quarterbacks went through fucking Green Bay? A lot. Burnell, fucking man. Became coaches even.
Brett.
Funny
Brunel,
thing is that
our
Yeah,
quarterback coach.
yeah.
funny
good
thing
coach.
about former
Kurt Warner. Wasn't Kurt Warner a Packer?
Kurt Warner.
Right? We were talking about that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark Brunell. A lot of them.
yeah.
Matt Hasselbeck.
Man,
Yep.
Hasselbeck.
That's right. Hasselbeck was a Packer. That's right.
Yep.
I forgot Matt Hasselbeck.
Detmer,
Yeah, he
remember
had some pretty
Detmer?
good
The
days in
Detmer
Seattle.
brothers.
Yeah,
Remember the
Ty
Detmer
Detmer.
brothers? Yep, the
Oh, yeah,
Detmer
Ty
brothers.
Detmer.
Yeah, but Matt Hasselbeck's
Wasn't
best
Ty
thing was
Detmer?
when
Did
he
y'all?
fucking got on the microphone and
That
he opened his
story?
big mouth at overtime.
Yeah, we remember that. Trust me. We all know that.
That was the funniest part I've ever seen in his
We're
career.
gonna win.
All right, we want heads and we're going to score.
Bro,
Yeah.
the
Sorry,
funniest
what's
Ty
it
Detmer story is, I'm sure you guys heard
That
it,
shit
the
was
Brett
funny.
Favre story when he said he didn't know what a nickel defense was. So
Yeah,
he asked Ty in the meeting, what's the name? He says, when they take out a linebacker and put an extra defense, that's it?
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't know. Ancelone's holding out.
I mean, how do you go through college and not know what the nickel defense is?
How you
Right?
feel about that? You got players holding out, man. How you feel about that?
Well, he's holding out because he's only making $5 million. He had to give Derek Barnes that $10 million a year contract, and no, I don't like it, but I don't blame him. Anzalone is worth more than $5 million a year, and
Well, you got to figure Ancelone's getting up there in age. He's coming off an injury, and he wants retirement money, man.
Yep.
He wants
Coming off
retirement
an
money,
injury.
and he deserves it.
he
He
came
ain't
in
gonna get it.
with a broken arm. He still played for us.
I'm just saying, he wants his money. He wants fucking retirement money, man.
Will you guys pay him? That's the question. That's
I
this
say
is
we
where
give
you-
him $8 million. I say we give him $8 million instead of the $5
I
million.
mean, pretty soon you can't pay everybody, man. You got some big contracts coming up.
Yeah, I know, but
And
we
you're
still-
paying top dollars to a lot of your players right now, so it's going to come and hit you in the ass.
John, we're still sitting at $40 million, and we got 5th-year options left on JMO, Hutch.
Like I said, we still got a lot of fucking people got to pay.
You're gonna
and the
not.
cap
You
goes
can't.
up
You
every year.
the Lions
As
can't
do we.
re-sign Anzalone because you need
Okay.
to. You need that money to re-sign Brian. Brian, you guys didn't re-sign Brian Banchett, right?
No.
No, he's only on his. We got him for what? 2 more years?
You're gonna need money for that. And Hutchinson didn't get re-signed, right?
No, we exercised the 5th-year option, and we're going to work out on the contract.
You can't let him walk. He's not walking.
That's
Panay, you guys
that's
already
40 plus.
re-signed.
That's 40 plus a year.
Amon Ra, you guys already re-signed,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well,
Panay
They already
Sewell.
signed some big contracts already.
Kirby Joseph
right.
He's got to come up yet too yet.
and Jack Campbell. What about Jack Campbell?
Let's be
He's coming up too.
Yeah, that's a lot of money,
Well-
bro. Who? It's like if I guarantee if you ask nine, if I ask
There's
this
a
gentleman
list.
right here, Jack Campbell or Alex Anzalone, he's gonna say Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alex Anzalone is
Well-
expendable in my opinion.
Alex wants a pay increase for his final year.
Yeah, he's gone. That's the belly of the beast of the business.
We
You're
got
30
him
years
for
old. You broke your
got him
arm.
for this
Sorry.
year. He wants a pay
Yeah, and
increase.
to be
He'll get
fair,
it. We can
to be
afford
fair,
3
when it
extra
comes,
million for him.
yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, when it comes to Green Bay, we got plenty of guys of our own that are gonna become free agents that we might have to decide on who we keep and let go. And I can easily give you the list of them. We already talked about two guys being Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson. There's also the story about Quay Walker. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option. It remains to be seen if we're paying him. The other guys we got are 3 offensive linemen being Sean Ryan, Rasheed Walker, and Zach Tom.
You're right,
Those-
Brett. I already tried to tell them, but they interrupted me that Kirby's already signed.
Yeah, and then another player that may need a new contract to stay here that is in the final year has to be one of our edge rushers, being Kingsley Enagbare.
Now, quick question: is Jordan Morgan going to play left tackle, or is he getting moved over?
He's gonna go with Walker. Him and Walker are gonna fight it out.
They're gonna play the left side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Which means
Walker's going to be the
which
left
means-
tackle, and Jordan Morgan's going to be the left guard.
They're gonna battle for it for the right guard.
Oh, okay.
The right tackle, I
I
mean.
think.
So
Left
Zach
tackle, you
Tom's
mean.
moving into right guard.
Now Zach Tom should be staying with right tackle as he is.
Barnes will be guard. A
It's
new
the
guard.
left.
Jenkins
Yeah, the kid
center.
Banks, the kid you got from San Fran,
Yeah.
right?
He'll be
Yeah,
a guard.
Yeah, he's
And
the
Elton
left-
Jenkins
he's the
is going to
left guard.
center.
And Jenkins
Right.
gonna center, yeah.
And right guard is still up for
Oh,
grabs.
so
Either it's
Rasheed
gonna be
Walker's
Sean-
gone, bro.
Okay.
I think
Which-
so.
And then when it comes to the right guard position, either Sean Ryan's gonna stay there, or we might start Anthony Belton, that guy we got in the 2nd round. He may be the right guard for us.
Okay. Well, you guys have massive depth because, like you said before, you
Yeah.
have Kingsley too. Oh my goodness, yeah. You guys are all right there.
Yeah, what's that?
But then the more I think about it, some of the guys I mentioned may not need a big contract to be signed back. Kingsley may not be that expensive to bring back himself.
Yeah, and I see us bringing Watson back cheaper because of all his injuries. So he'll come back a little cheaper, like a prove it year, like a 2-year contract, prove it type deal. And could be the same with Dobbs even. Who knows? You know what I mean? It all depends how they ball out rest of this year. I mean, this is pretty much a contract year. They got to prove it that they belong on this team.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
still trying to-
Zach Tom's a sure thing, I think.
Yeah, and then I mentioned Quay Walker. Green Bay has their interest to where they want to give him an extension. They just don't know how much they're going to pay him.
Yeah.
As I'm still sitting to figure out who A-Dub is truly a fan of. He says we when he talks about Packers, but when he talks to me, it's all Lions.
Do you know that Cereal is a different guy than the Darian? Are you that brain dead, bro? Seriously?
No, you told me it was A-Dub. You told me One Eye Willie was
That's
A-Dub.
Andre Crosby in the chat. That's a Lion fan. This is a Darian A-Dub, the Packer fan.
Holy
Oh,
smokes.
was going with that.
Sorry, A-Dub. A-Dub. He drinks way. Someone get the White Claws out of
Give
him.
me another
Yeah.
White Claw. Somebody.
You've been on like 5 shows with this guy in the last month, bro. You don't know who the hell he is? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
exactly. That's
Oh, wow.
That White Claw's poisoning my
That's
brain.
what-
man.
Yeah,
It is, bro. It is. What's up, Kevin? Go Pack, go, buddy. There you go. Look, this guy. Here's a big Packer fan, man. This guy, he's saying Walker, Morgan, left tackle Banks, left guard Jenkins,
yeah.
Ryan, right guard Tom. Or
So-
Tom's right tackle. Yeah. So,
And you guys are telling me Rasheed Walker's contract expiring after this season?
bro,
Yes,
So
it
is
is.
Ryan. So is
seventh
He's
round
gone
pick.
then.
It was a 7th round pick, bro.
Yeah, he's gone then. He's gone. Jordan Morgan, that's an easy slide. And if Jordan Morgan at least shows strides, unless he stinks and Rasheed Walker balls out, that's the only
He'll be a
situation where I
bust.
see.
He'll
Yeah.
be a bust if
And then he'll be considered a bust, but at least he'll have Rasheed Walker. If Rasheed Walker flops this year, they're sliding Jordan Morgan
Man,
right in
you
there.
know, the other day I was fucking around on PFF. and I brought up Zach Toms and I brought up Penny Sewells. They're pretty much goddamn the same, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
They're damn
Hey, you guys
close.
are the kings of drafting offensive linemen, bro.
I
Especially
mean, they're
late.
damn close.
The kings of
actually, damn close.
Yeah, makes you think. Makes you think
Penny
that
is
Tom.
the number one ranked player under 25 in the league. So.
I didn't say he was better. I just said they're damn close.
He's
I didn't say he
close.
was better.
He
Did I?
didn't say better. He didn't say as
Don't
good. He
think.
said close.
I just said they're damn close.
So,
Both only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, John. You fucking know that.
where's the Dawn of D's nuts?
That's Chad. He's right here, bro.
No, the guy that listens to what we say, didn't hear a fucking word, made shit up, and then went live and talked a bunch of nonsense.
Oh, you're talking about Bryce? Yeah. Oh,
Reverend Price.
yeah.
Lester.
Yeah, bro. He's in my phone telling me something about he's in traffic. I didn't know you guys were live. I clearly dropped the link yesterday and said we are on every day at noon.
So he said we never criticize Green Bay. That's just fucking false. That's the most false thing I've ever heard.
Never watched his report.
Shit, man. He talks so much crap. He is.
Straight up with our fucking.
He said he was the only one watching, and he doesn't understand that this is broadcasted in like 50 different fucking places. So if you're the only one watching on that one place, there's plenty of other people in other places watching. You asked to join like 3 minutes before the show ended. We factually only have an hour.
Yeah.
You brought up some irrelevant point about 300-yard passes, and we gave context to it, which you did not.
Yeah, that was what he said, Bill. He goes, Caleb Williams had more 300-yard games than Jordan Love or some shit
And
like
Caleb
that.
Williams' QBR for the season was like 45, whereas Jordan Love's was 68, 69. He was top
Jordan
five.
Love was top 5.
So what does the 300-yard games mean to me, bro? What does that mean to me?
About it, we have a more running and passing balance.
He's talking like a Madden. He's talking like a Madden
got the
video
balance.
game enthusiast, bro. That's what he's talking
Then,
about.
hey, you know what's funny? He was like, and then you guys say that Caleb Williams got most of his yards when they were losing and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so what about when Green Bay was losing to the Vikings? And I was like, so you brought up one game where we were losing by a lot. One game. You guys were getting whooped almost every single game, and Caleb had under 100 yards in the first half in how many fucking games?
Yeah,
Bro, they were a 4-2 team that melted down and lost what, 8 in a row, 9 in a row.
I think it was 10. I think it was 10.
Like stop.
Come talk to me about Caleb when he throws for 4,000 yards.
That's the thing too. That we were saying yesterday. He had all those 300-yard games and didn't even eclipse 4,000 yards. What the fuck?
Yeah. Bears never had.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Passer, bro, ever.
You know, I always shit on the Lions all the time, and if you look at it, the Bears the past 3 years had the most money, most draft capital, most everything. What the fuck did they do with all that draft capital and money? They won 15 games in the last 3 years. When the Lions, when they redid theirs, had all that money and all that draft capital, look what they built. They built something fucking. They built a franchise. You know what I mean? They got a fucking franchise. You know. Yeah. It's just mind-boggling what the fucking Bears are doing with their fucking money. That GM should be gone.
Bears, Bears,
well,
you know.
As they say, like Aiden said, let Coles cook. Let Post cook.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we finally found out. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, bears shit with their money and their picks.
Yeah, but hey, Chad, does Bigfoot shit in the woods, or does he use the portal?
I don't know. I
mean, if a bear's in the woods and shits all over itself, it technically shit in the woods. So,
can I say one quick thing though? I'm putting my NFL hat on, and it's always gonna be. I love the Packers at heart, but I call it right down the middle. I look at this Bears team after they signed Joe Thuney, after they got Drew Dahlman, after they traded for Jonah Jackson. Darnell Wright's pretty solid at right tackle. Braxton Jones is the only. Yeah, they have the weapons. They got the tight ends. They have a D line. They got linebackers, and they're a pretty well-rounded team. If Caleb plays well, they will be a dangerous team this year. That's just me putting my NFL hat on. Now, Caleb in the run game is the X factor. How well that those two things do to me is going to dictate their season. It's nice to have DJ Moore, Odunze, and Luther Burden and two really good tight ends, but if you don't have a run game to complement that, I feel like Caleb Williams is a quarterback that would benefit. He's not going to benefit from a crap running game when teams are going to be able to be predictable on passing situations, getting them into 3rd and 11s, 3rd and 13s. You're gonna have a scheme a better chance to stop him. He's gonna need that running game.
See, I like how the Bears actually blame the fucking offensive line when their offensive line wasn't all that horrible. It really wasn't.
No,
Well,
Caleb can't read.
here's the
Caleb
He
thing.
can't read. Yeah, he holds on the ball too long.
Yeah.
Most of those sacks came from him.
Yes.
Yeah, and here's the
And they're
thing.
relying on DeAndre Swift, and he's not the guy you're sending up the middle. He's for outside stuff. DeAndre is not going to run up the gut and stay healthy.
Yeah, but they got Roshan Johnson. He's a tank, and I think he's going to flourish in Ben Johnson's system in that David Montgomery role.
In the open.
They don't have a Jameer Gibbs. That's the problem. But they have a better wide receiver core all around than the Lions do.
Do they?
I think, bro. Listen, this is a hot take. This is a hot take for many. I always didn't like Amon-Ra. I thought he was a product of Ben Johnson's system. You put DJ Moore in that situation, bro. He's gonna be way more effective than Amon-Ra in those situations. He's way better after the catch. He's way more violent after the catch than Amon-Ra. He'll stiff arm a DB through the ground.
You got to understand that the Bears are completely ruining everything that made DJ Moore good. They're giving him the ball behind the line of scrimmage like half the fucking time. They're making him do fucking out routes to the sideline when the quarterback can't even get the ball there. Bro, remember when Caleb threw that horrible fucking pass and DJ Moore walks off the field and is just like yelling in the air?
Oh,
like I know what he's saying. He's saying this dude sucks.
Yeah. Even in practice,
Okay.
back before even the season started, fucking Allen said something like, fucking shit. It's like,
as you mentioned, the Bears receiving core being better than the Lions. You talked about comparing DJ Moore to Amon-Ra St. Brown. How about Jameson Williams versus Roma Dunze? Who's better between those two?
I would take a Dunze at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, how many yards did Dunze have last year? On how many?
That's cool.
Dunze or who? What was the question?
17.5
yards.
Don't yell over me, bro. Don't yell over me.
So hold on, Chad. Dunze was a rookie last year. What was J-Mo's yards his rookie year?
Yeah, he definitely do that good.
Who gives a fuck if he was hurt? What was his yards his rookie year?
What was his yards his rookie year?
Pretty sure he didn't play his rookie year. I'm pretty sure he didn't play his rookie year.
He played like the last 4 games.
Come on.
Actually, I think he played like the last 6 games.
I'll be honest. I think in that first year he had like 12 receptions. That was about it.
Yeah.
He didn't have nothing his first year. Even his second year, he didn't have a good year.
Since he was hurt, let's go to his second year.
Gambling.
What did J-Mo do in his second year?
Nick, he played in 6 games his rookie season. He caught one
That's
pass.
He
caught one pass, but the only thing is it went for a touchdown. But that's in 6 games.
Yeah.
Appeared.
So what did he do in his second year? I know that he got suspended. What did he do in his second year?
He had 24 catches for 354 yards.
So already, not only
in 10 games started.
Not only does he get hurt, not only does he get suspended, not only does he do jack shit his first 2 years. I'm taking a Dunze after I saw his rookie year.
Oh,
I agree, 1,000%.
Last year.
I agree, 1,000%.
What he did last year, bro. It took him 3 years to do anything.
We'll see what a Dunze is
that's
doing
a
in
12 pick in the first round.
Bears offense. Caleb does well, bro. That's going to be a high-powered offense this year.
Dunze's ahead of the curve.
I think Caleb kind of had the same problem as my quarterback Bryce Young did, in the sense that the game was a little bit too fast for him early on.
To move up to get him?
And it's okay.
Hey, Nick, I'll give you the Caleb could possibly do something, bro. But we're talking about the Bears organization. I mean, we'll see, bro. I don't know that Ben Johnson.
Oh, no, the Packers are clearly still the favorite. Like I said, 12 wins. And the Bears coming in second in that division.
That's right now, we're the most complete team coming in the offseason. We're the most complete team.
Hey, another area where you can try to argue whether or not the Bears have a better receiving core than the Lions. When it comes to the Bears and the Lions, who do you think picked a better rookie receiver when it came to their draft class? Because both teams did get a rookie receiver in their room.
I gotta be honest. I went and watched Lutheran's tape and all that, and I don't know. Maybe you guys see something different than I do. I don't think he's that amazing. I really don't.
And
there's a reason.
Receiver.
Well, there's a reason why he fell down before the draft started. Like, I think the scouts are looking at what I'm looking at. He's really not that great.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Last year, our run game was actually fucking excellent. Now we're getting Lloyd back. Our front lines was actually built better to run. I want to see what we can do. I mean, we had more yards than even the Lions had last year. You know what I mean? Not by much. I mean, it was a practice. I mean, they're damn close.
Yeah, but look at passing yards too. So they all.
I said rush. I'm not talking about. We're talking about rushing. That's
I
it.
know, but you have
Now
to
you
have
want
an
Jerry
equal-
pick to something
No,
else.
no,
He
God.
looks better than
You
it
have to
fucking
have
is.
have
Shut up,
equal
Ted.
offense Whatever.
But anyways, but rushing yards, we had more yards. You had more touchdowns. You had 6 more touchdowns than us. But anyways, what I was getting at is now that we got Morgan back, we're beefing up our offensive line to run better, and the fact that we got Lloyd back, I think we're gonna fucking actually run it down people's throat, man.
Who did you say? What was his name?
Oh, Marshawn
Lloyd.
The
Marshawn
best pick
Lloyd.
in last year's draft that we never saw play. Yeah, that guy.
You're me getting his jersey. We're gonna go check.
Bro,
We'll get you a jersey,
I need to
man.
see the guy on the field before I would even consider getting his. Is he on the team?
Bro, he's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Like, bro, they keep
He's a
telling me that. I
monster.
want to see
Him and
on
Josh
the
Jacobs are
field.
going to be a terror to try and stop. Imagine trying to imagine Josh like how y'all used Josh Jacobs was one of the most used players in the league in the first quarter last year. Imagine him tiring the defense out, and then you see big Marshawn Lloyd coming on the field like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Where was big Marshawn Lloyd last year? He was on the team, but I didn't see him. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt all last year. That's what happened.
Shut up, Rob.
Packer slappies in here.
Bro, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you guys are all talking shit. I heard it about Jair. All these guys are injured. This is a guy that was on the field the whole or on the team the whole year. Never got a snap in a regular game.
Hey, can one of you guys do me a favor and send me your schedule with the times on it, so that way I can match them up with the Eagles to see if you guys are playing at different times? Because I would like to watch some more Packers games now that I'm hanging out with more Packers fans. But most of the time, you motherfuckers play at the same time we're playing.
We're gonna change a fucking Eagles fan to a Packers fan. Hell yeah!
No, you're not. No, you're not. But I mean, I'm going to be able to talk too. You know what I mean?
I'm still going to be the Eagles fan. He's just have a little mini head on top.
Hey, Rock,
in the back.
Rock,
No.
we're gonna start hearing you say "Fly Packers fly."
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself too, buddy. Go fuck yourself too, buddy.
Hey, Eric's a Giants fan and a Packers fan.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. I like cheese, but only on my hamburger, motherfucker.
We got Eric who liked the Giants and now is the Packers fan. We got Tri-State who liked the Panthers.
Hey,
and now
I've
is
been a
Packers
Packers
fan.
fan.
Now we got Rock who was an Eagles fan, but now a
I have
Packers fan.
context to my Packers
trust me, man.
love.
If the Carolina Panthers couldn't
I have
turn me into a fan
context.
after
I
they were
have
50 to
context to
1,
my
y'all ain't going to
Packers
do
love,
shit either.
man. First off, they're the most. First off, the fact that they're the most historic franchise, they've never been sold. They're owned. You know, the ownership. Yeah. So
I will give
Come
you
on
We
that.
got
now.
Chad over here.
That's the
Chad, we
one
got
unique
Chad.
cool
He's a
thing about the
Lions
That's
and a
dope.
Sasquatch fan.
I mean, you know, my brother's my brother. At the end of the day, it was always like that. Packers, Panthers, kind of the same too.
Hey, John, you can say whatever you want about me, but I openly admit the Packers.
Crazy, yeah. Now you're getting
They're one of the most
God,
historic
Detroit's tough, I
franchises
tell
in
you.
the
The
NFL.
Packers and the Bears are the two most historic franchises to me of all time.
They are.
They're the trendsetters.
They
The
started
original
it all.
trendsetters of the
They
NFL.
started it all.
I mean,
Yep.
the
Like
Lions
you,
are
John Dorn, I give you props when you deserve them.
the Lions are extremely historic. They're the worst team in Super Bowl history.
Didn't they start in like 25? They started a few years after you guys, though, didn't they, the Lions? They started in like 25,
Yeah, but
didn't they?
in the division, the Lions have more titles than the Vikings. Vikings have 0.
Yeah. They got
At least
four.
the Lions got
Lions
some
got
titles.
four.
The Lions
But
got a
wait,
few.
Vikings fans have this weird thing in their brain where they can't comprehend that 1970 NFL championship does not count as a world championship.
Yeah, it's not a world championship.
There was a Super Bowl that fucking year.
Yeah. Oh well. You know, they're Viking fans, bro.
Yeah, Sarah, you dummy.
Sarah gets off her first day of work yesterday because she started work, and she's like, "I need a sugar daddy." She don't want to work no more.
Yeah, Chad, go for it.
Sarah's taking applications for sugar daddies.
Chad
She
offered.
said, "Never mind, I'll keep working."
Yeah, no.
That was her exact words.
Chad,
Hey, you might find
you're in the
Bigfoot.
band. You got to offer more than just the band, Chad.
So now,
I got shot down hard.
so now it's time.
To work now. She says, if this is my option for sugar daddy, I'll just keep working.
So now it's time for A-Dub and Rock to go for it.
Go for what? Sarah?
Sarah.
Go for what?
To be Sarah's sugar daddy.
No.
Sugar daddy.
Hey,
Funny.
hey, Chad, did you read my
Funny,
fucking thing? I own Chad and Bigfoot. You read that? You like that?
Nah.
I like that.
I mean, I like Sarah. I think she's got a lot of football knowledge, man. But now
you is you pass
you got to find somebody else.
You like things like fast gas, huh?
You can't see that purple those long
You know,
flowing
my
locks
table.
mixing with your Eagles there, Rock. You can't see that happening.
Bro, Rock, you don't want shrimp fried rice every night?
Wow.
Hey, I don't mind the shrimp fried rice, man. But if she's suspecting a sugar daddy, nah, I'm not like that.
Holy shit, man. Is there anybody alive still that has seen a Detroit Lions championship?
And I'm saying
I'm
that
not
right
here to
now.
tell you that she's gonna walk with me 50-50 or that's it.
What, A-Dub? Are you going for it, A-Dub?
And the reason why is because I remember the show where you pissed her off to have me convinced that she was a man when she was talking about fucking somebody in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was gonna peg you, Nick.
Yep.
Sarah is not a man, A-Dub.
Oh boy.
Holy shit, 68-year championship drought. God damn. I thought the Bears, you guys all do know we gotta recognize the Bears. This is their 40-year anniversary of their Super Bowl.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Stop making me feel old, Rob, motherfucker.
Hey, Rock, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you.
This is how bad the Lions are. I'm not, bro. This is how bad the Lions are. Chad started believing in Bigfoot. That's how bad the Lions are, bro.
He believed in the fucking Bigfoot.
He's like, I'm never gonna see a Super Bowl, but I'm pretty sure Bigfoot's real.
I've actually seen Bigfoot, and I've never seen the Lions Super Bowl. So
All right. Well, then. So now you could say we're never going to win a Super Bowl. I've seen Bigfoot.
Oh man.
I think we're on the right track, and I think
as long as you got Goff as your quarterback, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. You're not going to win shit with Jared Goff.
Well, don't the Lions have a Pope now? Because I thought the guy that was a Bears fan, that we believe was a Bears fan, that was a Pope, was supposed to be a Lions fan now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared Goff has been so beneficial of working with not one, but two of the most complex, smartest offensive coordinators in the NFL. We'll see how he looks this year. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, honestly, we just got to see if Johnson can be a real head coach. I mean,
that I agree. That it's different. It's different when you're an offensive coordinator and now you're a leader of 53 men. That's a completely different animal. So some coordinators can make that jump and some can't. Going back to the Packers coaching tree, you know what I mean? That's one of the best coaching trees. The Mike Holmgren coaching tree is one of the best of all time if you look at it. So
what about Shanahan?
Shanahan's up there too, but pretty sure there were 4, including Holmgren. 3 people on his staff ended up becoming a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah, Andy Reid, man. He's got
Andy Reid, John Gruden. There's someone else. I know Steve
Eagles
was another one, but there was another one, bro.
Quarterback.
There was another one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Eagles head coach.
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson,
Doug Peterson was on the team, bro. He was that backup quarterback
to Brett Favre. I felt like he was the backup to Favre for like 10 years.
He was he was a lifelong backup for the Packers, bro. I swear to God.
I don't know where Jim Harbaugh's tree came from.
I thought he was Bret Hart's bodyguard there for a minute, not his backup quarterback. I mean, every time you turn around, he was right there standing beside him.
That's who I think. Was it John Harbaugh? No, right? It's not John Harbaugh, right? That was under Holmgren. No.
John is.
No, he's someone else. He's someone else's coach.
John's with Jim is with the Chargers. John is with the Ravens. Jim has never beat his brother John. Where did John come from?
Yeah, that's
John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He came. One day he was coaching. I don't know, man. He was. He
He
came up. Their whole
He just
family, the
came out of
Harbaugh
fucking
family.
nowhere.
The Harbaugh family is big in college and stuff, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
they got a big coaching tree of a family. So, I mean, they have.
So you guys, do you guys still
Okay,
have the
so
Monday night, or was that just a
John
hoax?
Harbaugh was under the Andy Reid coaching tree. He was the special teams guy over there
Yeah, see,
from
that's what I mean.
98 to 07, and then that's where he went to Baltimore. That's what it was.
Yep.
But that's an extension of the Holmgren coaching
Yeah, it's
tree
all-
because Andy
bro.
Reid came from him.
Yep, exactly.
Sounds like he spent 9 years coaching there too.
9 years, bro, in Philly with Andy Reid. That's like Canales with Pete Carroll. Ho ho hey! Let me stop.
And, yeah, there's been some good coaching, man. Good coaching.
Including Dan Campbell, right?
I mean, look at what Walsh did, man. I mean, that guy changed offenses. I
Dan
mean,
Campbell, what did he do?
Yeah, Dan
Campbell
Campbell.
Lions, man.
Nah.
he's well, like you guys say, he's a motivational speaker. He's a player's coach.
Yeah.
He's an ex-player. who-
Yeah, but he's scared to
He
call
can relate
play.
to the
Came up
players.
with
Is what
Sean
it is,
Payton, if
bro.
I'm not
It's-
mistaken, right?
And he's
Doesn't
very
make-
puppet.
Doesn't
He's
make him
very
a coach.
public. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. He changed, but he is responsible for changing the attitude and making him a winner. That's on the coach, bro. I mean,
Bite your kneecaps.
And he played on the 0-16 Lions team. He was tight end for them.
Yeah,
so he
but
knows what sucking is. He knows what sucking is. So.
he doesn't know his X's and O's.
He came
though.
up with Sean Payton, if I'm not mistaken, for a while. I remember he was a coach there. From me being a Panther fan, I remember he was always on the sideline next to Sean Payton. I would see him.
I believe Campbell was only with New Orleans and Miami, I think, wasn't
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Chad, we're gonna see how much of a coach he is this upcoming year. We'll see what he about.
Oh yeah,
We'll
his
find
back's
out.
against the wall now. Yep.
And listen,
look,
Eric, like he's
we'll
some
see how
kind
good
of
Jared
tough
Goff
guy.
is,
We'll
too.
find out. We'll find out.
Detroit's
Holmes
changes
is gonna be leaving.
and I mean they got a new owner or new what's her name?
Holmes is gonna leave.
Sheila, she got to take over. It's finally her reign.
So and things have changed under her. You know, she's smart enough to know that she needed to get some players that were people in there that were smart enough to find the right personnel and turn it
Holmes is
around.
gonna leave, man.
Yeah,
Holmes
she's
leaving.
the one. Listen, she's the one that hired Chris Spielman. She's the one that made amends with Barry Sanders to get him back in. She's the one that got Calvin Johnson back affiliated with the team. I mean, she's the
Did you
only
ever
one.
pay him that $1 million you owe him?
Do what?
Did she ever pay him that $1 million that she owes him?
No, he's taken care of. He's got a job with us. So yeah, he's taking care of her.
I remember
or would
that.
be back, dude.
I want my money,
I mean,
motherfucker.
look, it's. I mean, look, when Papa Bear died, the Bears, their franchise tanked, bro. There's been nobody there that knows what they're doing. They run that organization into the ground. I mean,
once she took over, she did the right thing.
Yeah.
I would argue that the Bears have been the most
this-
mismanaged team over the last 20 years.
it's
Well,
been longer than that.
When it
Go ahead,
comes
Ado.
when it comes to the Bears, one can say they're even going through a certain phase of where now you get to see what they're going to be looking like without Virginia McCaskey now.
Right.
I would love to say that Green Bay doesn't treat their players the way that Detroit treated Barry and CJ, but I can't even say that. We've done some really fucked up shit to players over the years.
Every team has, though, man.
No,
I
I feel like Green Bay throws away players a little more malicious.
Look what my Panthers did to Steve Smith. They did him dirty.
While there are teams that do that, I feel like the Packers more often and more maliciously just throw away players that gave their whole career to them.
Why? Because they threw away Aaron Jones and because they threw away
Jordy Nelson.
Aaron Jones,
that
you
was
didn't throw
fucked
away
up.
Aaron Jones. You got rid of him at the perfect time.
Jordy
he was breaking
Nelson.
down. Something always happens with him.
Yeah.
Groin,
Yeah, but now he
hamstring,
was James
this,
Jones.
that.
Man, I said
back end. I mean,
I know, hey, look, these players at the end of the year that missed half the year said, "Hey, I'll give you back your money. We could talk then." You know what I'm saying? Let's give the money back, but they don't give the money back. You know,
business,
pay
man.
for
You
it.
gotta keep rolling.
And that's why everybody's mad at Jair. Well, we're paying him all this money and he's not playing. He only played like 10 games in 2 seasons, and
We do this weird thing where we hang on to shitty players longer than we should, and we get rid of good players for no reason, like Micah Hyde and Casey Hayward. That made no sense.
Yeah.
But we held on. We held on to Demarius Randall for all those fucking years. For what fucking reason?
Can I ask all of you Packer fans a question? Would you guys accept a 4th-round pick for Jair Alexander? In your eyes?
No,
What
I'd
about
rather
a
let him play
third?
this year.
What about a
I'll
third?
take
No,
a
I'd
third.
rather let him play this year. If he's gonna actually play and not be like hurt, Jair Alexander, he's worth way more than that to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bro, I
Absolutely.
posted that
He's
video.
one of the
him
best
this morning,
corners in the
guys.
league when he's on the field.
Yeah,
He's all
I'm
in.
pretty
all
sure
in.
he's gonna come back and he's
So
gonna
what we just
ball out.
found out is Packer fans value J.R. Alexander more than they do Trey Hendrickson because they're only willing to give up a 2nd-round pick and.
Who's
But let me. Can I explain real quick why I think Packer fans are thinking like that, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Because
they're all
losing Jair and adding Hendrickson, you have Gary and I think an ascending Lucas Van Ness who's due for a breakout year now. If he doesn't do well the first 6-7 weeks, and you guys are missing that edge, maybe it's something you could discuss. But why not trade Jair for Hendrickson instead? Not Dobbs.
Yeah, they want to trade Dobbs and a 2nd-round pick for Hendrick.
But why would the Bengals want Dobbs? They just signed Higgins and they have Chase.
To me,
They're gonna have to pay another
The
receiver.
trade never made no sense to me, bro.
That
They
makes
got
no sense.
Alexander,
tied up in
It makes more sense to trade Jair for Hendrickson.
Yeah. Yes.
He's got more value.
I think
Yep.
this
You
Alexander
probably
thing
wouldn't
is
have to
blown
trade
out
a
of
second.
proportion.
You could probably do
But
Jair in a 4th for
But
Hendrickson.
then,
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but
we're
then
smoking
you're
the
gonna
lose
fire, but
Jair,
hang on.
but
That trade don't go
getting
through
over
But-
blow.
unless you extend Hendrickson, and he's going to be like 35-40
He,
million.
yeah, he wants like 35 million.
They'll
Yeah,
restructure
God,
this thing.
And he's
Too
30
much.
years. He's 30
He's
years
30
old.
years old.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'll tell him
that.
3-year
he's got
contract. That's
35
it.
sacks in the last
You're
2
not getting
years.
no 5 years. You're not getting no 5-year contract. As long as you
That's what
explain
he
that to
wants.
him. No, 3 years, bro.
I'm
Sorry.
good on that.
3
He
years.
ain't
You're
going for
30.
that.
3 years.
He wants money, man. He wants
And-
fucking
and
over
let's be
40
clear.
plus, man.
and let's be clear about something else. You
that's
you
so
trade
difficult.
Jair. You trade Jair. There's one question mark Green Bay is going to have for doing that is, who can you trust outside of Jair to be your CB1 if you let him walk?
You can't.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
And
I
you're
mean,
relying
Valentine's
on
probably the
Jair
closest
playing
thing.
at
That's
least
it.
15 games. And
That's
that's
true.
no guarantee.
Broski
There's
makes a
no-
good point. They don't want the contract, so it'd probably be just for picks.
You know, tell you the other get Clowney. You don't have to pay no draft picks or not. You know, just pay him straight up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
out there though, available. But,
But
not,
he's-
yeah.
but
Look at a
he's-
talent like Hendrickson. I mean, what do you give up for that guy? Well, all picks. What are you giving up for him?
Oh, Jair, he's going to be 3 first
No,
rounds.
hold,
and-
actually, hold on. What about this one, fellas? How about this? Keeping Jair. If they want a younger asset, then you guys trade him Lucas Van Ness. Trade him Van Ness in a 3rd or 4th, maybe. I don't know. Just
That's
spitting
not
and
going to get it
spewing.
done. With a contract,
That's,
that might
I
get it
like
done.
that, Nick. That's a nice little. I mean, look, and the other.
If
did
you're
try
going
to
all in for a Super Bowl,
he's-
dude,
he-
that's
he
an
thinks
all
that's
in
a
move
bust.
for a Super Bowl.
Swap him out.
Yeah, he's
swap-
going to want
swap-
5-year freaking 180 million.
Yeah, I'll deal with that after when we're winning the Super Bowl. I mean, fuck.
He's going to
Yeah, I
want
think
guaranteed
you know what you
money.
can do, bro. But
He's
you know
not
what?
just coming in on.
Actually, when you come to think of it, you could front load the first 3 years because I think Trey Hendrickson he may want a 5-year contract, okay, but he'll be
give him a
good
big
for 3.
signing bonus. Just give him a big
He'll be good for 3, and then you could negotiate. You could figure out the contract situation where after the 3rd year you can move on from him.
After we've
4th
won
year
a
you
couple
can move
Super
on from
Bowls
him.
with them, after a couple Super Bowl wins, it'll be all right. We can move
Bro,
on.
Trey Hendrickson moves the needle for y'all. If you
Yeah.
replace him with
No,
Van Ness
he
and you
moves it
keep
for
Jair,
everybody.
you guys have a real you already have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl. You do that, you become one of the favorites in my opinion.
Yeah, Hendrickson changes the landscape of any team he goes to, and he's not going to a loser.
You could send 4, bro, and drop 7 all game. You're gonna get pressure with him and Gary coming off the edge. You're gonna get pressure.
You better hope nobody in the North gets Hendrickson.
Yeah, but Mike, you've been dreaming since 1985. We're
I know,
now,
Mike. Well, Mike's not that old, so his 40. This is their 40, bro. This year 40.
we aren't the same. I've been dreaming since 2010 at least.
Yeah, not the same. Mike's never seen his team win one, so I mean, except
You know, it's
I'm
kind of
looking.
cool.
I'm
You go
looking
from
at
two
your
different
guys' cornerback
quarterbacks.
room, man.
We're 5 and 6 in playoffs, going in playoffs.
We have
5
no
years out of
reliable.
6 years we're in the playoffs.
We have no reliable number one cornerback right now. You can't trust Keyshawn Nixon worth a shit, bro.
No, he's too small.
Hobbs
Can't-
is a
He's a
nickel,
nickel corner. Carrington
Um,
Valentine, no.
I like
Actually,
Valentine a lot. He's
Yeah,
just
but
kind
not
of a
as a
solid
one.
option though.
yeah, but he might be our best option at the moment, bro.
Like, who are we going to start? Kalen King?
No.
Hey, he's the real deal.
Actually, I heard he's doing really good, and he's looking better. He's
the real deal, bro.
Yeah.
We have to have Jair this year. I'm not even playing.
Yeah,
We have to.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and when my brother gets on this panel one day, he'll co-sign it for you guys. When I said this, the Patriots ended up winning this. In 2014, I said before the season, if Rob Gronkowski's healthy the whole year, the Patriots will win the Super Bowl. I'm booking it right now. I'm saying it right now. If Jair Alexander's healthy all season, the Packers win the Super Bowl this year. I'm calling it.
If that happens,
I haven't said that in 11 years. If I get that right, just put me as God legend in this
Oh,
in this
here
channel.
we go.
Hey man, listen, man. The Packers are a well fine-tuned machine, man. If Jair's healthy, and I think Van Ness does what I think he's gonna do this year, you guys have a Super Bowl caliber defense, and Jordan Love has more than capable of being a Super Bowl
You
winning
forgot one
quarterback.
thing though.
I mean, you know how the Bible says you're not supposed to impersonate God, and I wrote the Bible, so stop fucking with me like that.
Well, what are you gonna do? You're trading
Harry and Arnold over Alexander. Stop
Yeah, that's a horrible take. That's a horrible take.
That's
Bro,
meth top,
Chad,
man. It's meth
Chad,
top.
even you can't co-sign that shit, bro.
That's fucking
I'll
meth top.
co-sign. Jared doesn't play 17 games this year. I will.
That's fine, but you can't possibly say Arnold's better than Jair Alexander, man.
Who? Arnold?
Arnold.
Taryn Arnold.
What are you talking
Dude,
about?
that dude's horrible, man.
Wait, I didn't say that. Hang on a
Are you talking
No,
about
Mitch
the man
did.
who
Mitch
causes
did.
flags? You talking about the man who causes penalties? That guy? Oh yeah, I know that guy.
I didn't say that. What the fuck?
Your best friend Mitch said that.
Dude, you know this is okay. My best friend Mitch, who I don't know who that is.
Meth town Mitch. Meth town Mitch.
Oh.
Man.
Harry and Arnold, bro. I saw him getting cooked a lot last year.
Bro,
We
yeah.
got
I mean, he was
a 7th fucking round pick, fucking better than him.
I saw
Don't put
Dobbs
words in
putting
your
him in a
mouth.
blender a couple times. A couple times.
Well, I want to thank Lester for being on the show after he cried yesterday about not being
bro.
on the
I
show.
know. I already called him out, and I told him we clowned him in the comments too. I mean, bro, you just sit here and cry.
I think him and Mitch were fixing his pump.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they were fixing his pump. He's a man, bro. He cried. He went and did a live after we left. He went and did a live and talked
made
all
shit
this
up.
crap and got everything wrong. So I sent him the link. I said, bro, come on. We'll educate you, man. Come on the show. I'll be there. Give me a thumbs up, everything. And now I hit him up. He's like, I'm driving.
I'm driving.
Cry, baby.
We'll let our newest fan, Tri-State, over here just cook him.
Yeah, he'll get torched, bro. What, Jair? Bro, Jair and Pat Surtain are the best corners in the league, bro.
Yeah.
That's bar none. Those are the top 2 corners in the league.
Yeah, PS2 is pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he is.
Sauce
JC
Gardner
Horn on
fell
the
off
way
a little
though.
last year.
JC Horn on the way.
Yeah, but
JC Horn for Atlanta. Yo, JC Horn's dope.
You mean for Carolina, bro? Don't ever.
You know another
to the
one,
Falcons.
Devin Witherspoon is pretty fucking dope.
Devin Witherspoon is
AJ.
good. Yeah.
All right, you guys.
What about
DJ
Terrell from Atlanta?
Who?
DJ Reed.
What about Cooper
DJ
man?
Reed.
I want to shout out my favorite Packer, Isaiah McDuffie. That's my guy right there. I love watching him play
His
football.
job's gonna get taken.
Everybody,
Yeah.
on that note, we got to say goodbye. Thanks again. Hey, Nick, stick around. Don't leave yet, Nick. Tri-State, stay around after the show.
Okay.
Everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting, and I appreciate your opinions. We will see you guys all tomorrow.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.